Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for the new documentary on Disney Plus, Jim Henson, Idea Man. Has a runtime of an hour and 51 minutes. As of the recording of this video, we have a Rotten Tomato score of 100% from the critics, 87% from the audience, and a Letterboxd average rating of 3.8. This documentary was directed by Ron Howard. Um, Now, before going into this, I wanted to. I'm not the biggest Muppet fan. I'm not even the biggest Jim Henson person. But I know that he has done so much, or he had done so much like revolutionary stuff in the industry that I knew it was going to be a really interesting documentary, and it really was. I think that it tells you a lot about the man and the person, the creative behind all these, timeless ideas. So it was very interesting to dive into this. So let's take a look. In this documentary, we are featuring unprecedented access to Jim Henson's personal archives. Filmmaker Ron Howard brings us a fascinating and insightful look at the complex man whose boundless imagination inspired the world. The documentary, to me, felt very as a heartfelt tribute to the creative genius behind some of the most beloved characters in entertainment history. For viewers who may not be overly familiar with Henson's work, like myself, this film serves as an insightful journey into the life of an extraordinary artist. The documentary highlights the major milestones in Henson's storied career, from the creation of the iconic Muppets to his groundbreaking work on Sesame Street, The Muppet Show. Howard weaves the narrative that showcases Henson's relentless innovation and boundless imagination. The film doesn't just skim the surface, but it delves into the intricacies of Henson's creative process, revealing the man behind the magic. The documentary definitely goes into a lot of the obstacles and issues that Henson had throughout his career. uh, you know, it wasn't an instant hit. People did not think puppets were like the next big thing for a long time until they were the next big thing. Also, the documentary goes into a lot of Henson's personal issues, like putting himself and his work ahead, putting his work really ahead of a lot of things. And it doesn't shy away from those topics, right? We get to hear from family members, specifically his kids, which I mean, they have a lot of firsthand knowledge of what was going on here. So it's definitely not just let's check out Muppets and everything's cool and rosy. Um, what truly sets this apart, I think, to me was the emotional depth. The documentaries full of heartwarming moments, enriched by interviews with those who personally knew and worked with Henson. Specifically, we get to see a lot of Frank Oz, which longtime collaborator. Bert and Ernie were both of them. Um, their anecdotes, reflections with those who personally who had a personal touch. They really paint a vivid picture of Henson not just as a visionary, but as a compassionate, inspiring individual. These interviews provide an intimate look into his life, making the viewer feel like they're getting to know this person way better. And like I said, they talked about his flaws as well. Like he was somebody that didn't like to go to the doctor a lot, and that kind of unfortunately led to ultimately him passing away. But they they talk about how sometimes he would just lose himself in the work and he was never really content. But all in the meanwhile, still highlighting all the beautiful things that he brought. Like his imagination really had no limit. Despite this thorough exploration, this documentary leaves the viewers with a sense that Henson remains something of an enigma still. This is not a flaw, but still kind of a testament to the depth and complexity of Henson as a person. It is hard to encapsulate one man and distill everything into a 2 hour documentary, right? Even after the credits roll, I think we'll still be contemplating some of the layers of his personality, the mysteries. One of the things that I really enjoyed was they would use original art from Henson, like sketches and stuff, in transitionary effects, which was really cool just to see like how talented of a person he was. And although Idea Man doesn't likely to intend to be comprehensive, it functions instead as an elaborate encyclopedia entry, offering a rich and nuanced glimpse into the world while leaving some facets of his character up to the imagination. The approach adds to the allure of the documentary, making this story even more intriguing. I think for any fan of Jim Henson, this is a must watch, which you'll probably already know a lot of this, but I think it's still really fun to see in that context and explore that way. And then, leaving viewers with a profound appreciation for Henson's contribution to the arts and a deeper understanding of the men whose ideas continue to enchant and inspire. So yeah, I really highly recommend this. I'm not big on documentaries, but I've been watching a few more things just on topics that interest me. I also checked out that Movie Pass Movie Crash on Max. So yeah, I think anything that's kind of in the atmosphere of what we cover in the channel, which is a lot of stuff, I'll probably check it out. So if you guys want to see me talk more about some documentaries, let me know down in the comments. If you've seen this one, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments as well. As always, you can support the show on Ko-fi, on Patreon. You can become a member of the channel. All the links are below for that. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And remember, it's not easy being green. Bye bye.